Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving deep into one of the most captivating coins in the United States State Quarter series, the 1999 Connecticut Quarter. And trust me, you'll want to listen closely because this coin is hiding secrets that could be worth thousands. Let's begin with its striking design. The Connecticut State Quarter, released in 1999 as part of the first wave of the 50 State Quarters program, features the legendary charter oak tree. Now, this isn't just any old tree. The charter oak symbolizes Connecticut's bold fight for independence. According to legend, the original royal charter of 1662 was hidden in this majestic tree to protect it from British officials. This single image on the back of the coin speaks volumes. It's a tribute to freedom, resistance, and the enduring strength of the American spirit. But here's where it gets interesting. While millions of these Connecticut quarters were minted, over 1.3 billion to be exact, not all of them are created equal. Among those billions are a few remarkable pieces that stand out due to rare minting errors. And those are the coins that collectors are chasing with serious excitement. One of the most talked about errors with the 1999 Connecticut Quarter is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in a misaligned design that can be anywhere from slightly off to dramatically shifted. The more visible the off-centering, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date and key design elements are still intact. Another prized error is the clipped planchet. These are coins that were cut incorrectly before striking, resulting in a portion of the coin being literally clipped off. It might look strange at first glance, but for collectors, this is a rare and desirable mistake that sends value climbing. Then there's the ever-elusive double die error, where parts of the design appear to be doubled due to a misalignment in the die itself. On the Connecticut Quarter, this doubling might be seen in the tree branches, the text, or even the outline of the state. These doubled images are subtle but powerful, often increasing a coin's value many times over. And don't forget about missing clad layer errors. If the top nickel layer is missing, you'll see a copper core exposed on one side, making the coin look entirely different from a normal quarter. This error is dramatic and very rare, and the kind of thing that gets collectors talking. Now, of course, condition is everything. A rare error coin is exciting, but if it's also in mint state condition, free from scratches and wear, then its value shoots through the roof. Collectors look for coins graded MS-65 and higher, coins that look like they just came off the press. These pristine examples are the true gems of the numismatic world. And remember, some of the most valuable coins have been found in ordinary places. Coin rolls from the bank, pocket change, family coin jars, estate sales. You never know where a small fortune might be hiding. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Every coin is a potential treasure. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. Among all the Connecticut quarters ever struck, one coin, featuring a prominent mint error and certified in mint state condition, shocked collectors and auction houses alike when it was sold for an absolutely astonishing price. That one special quarter was sold for a jaw-dropping $80,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A simple 1999 quarter featuring the charter oak, originally worth 25 cents, ended up being worth $80,000. So the next time you're handed a quarter at the grocery store or digging through a jar of spare change, take a good, close look. That small piece of metal in your hand might be more than just a coin. It might be history, art, and a hidden fortune rolled into one. Top 2, we're talking about the 2001 New York State Quarter, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but hides secrets that have collectors across the nation buzzing with excitement. So if you're someone who loves coins, loves stories, and loves the idea of discovering treasure in the most unexpected places, then stay tuned, because this video is for you. Let's start with the design. The New York Quarter was released in the early days of the 50 State Quarters program, and it truly captures the spirit of the Empire State. On the reverse side, you'll see a striking image of the Statue of Liberty, bold, proud, and timeless, standing tall beside an outline of the state of New York. Behind it all, a trail of 11 stars, representing New York as the 11th state to ratify the Constitution. But here's where the story gets fascinating. While millions of these quarters were produced in 2001, not all of them are alike. Some rare pieces slipped through the cracks at the U.S. Mint with errors so unusual, so specific, that they became incredibly valuable to collectors who understand what makes a coin go from common to exceptional. Now let's talk about some of those rare features. First up, one of the most desirable errors found on the 2001 New York quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by misaligned dies, causing a shadow-like doubling of design elements. On these quarters, you might see this doubling on the letters of New York or on the lines and shape of the Statue of Liberty. These errors are subtle, but to a trained eye, and to collectors, they're a golden ticket. Another rare variation is the off-center strike. When the coin isn't correctly aligned during minting, the design shifts off-center, creating an unusual and visually striking appearance. Sometimes you'll find coins where part of the date or state outline is missing entirely. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Next, there's the clad layer missing error. These quarters are normally made with a copper-nickel outer layer, but if the coin is missing that top layer on one side, it reveals a raw copper core that makes the coin look entirely different, almost reddish or brown in tone. This type of error is rare and instantly noticeable, making it a favorite among serious collectors. And we can't forget about the broad strike error, a type of mistake where the collar that forms the coin's rim isn't properly in place. As a result, the coin spreads wider than usual, appearing almost warped or melted at the edges. These irregularities make it stand out, both visually and in terms of value. But let's not overlook the most important factor when it comes to high-value coins: condition. A coin with errors is great, but a coin with errors in mint state condition? That's where the real magic happens. We're talking about coins that are sharp, shiny, untouched by circulation, graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services. These are the coins that spark bidding wars at auctions, that collectors hunt down at shows and estate sales, and that everyday people sometimes stumble across in pocket change without even realizing what they've found. Imagine that. A simple coin tossed on a nightstand, passed in change at a grocery store, or saved in a childhood collection, quietly holding a value that could change someone's life. So, what is one of these rare and special 2001 New York quarters worth? Well, one particular example, with a rare combination of mint errors and a stunning mint state grade, was appraised and later sold for a breathtaking amount that left collectors stunned. That one coin, that tiny sliver of history and metal, sold for an incredible $77,000. That's right. A single quarter, worth just 25 cents on paper, became worth $77,000 in the eyes of collectors and investors who knew its true rarity. So the next time you reach into your pocket, glance through your coin jar, or find an old quarter in your car's cup holder, take a second look. Look closely. You might be holding a piece of hidden treasure that's not just a coin, but a story, a symbol, and possibly a small fortune. Top 3, we are going deep into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarters, and we're focusing on one of the most intriguing of them all, the 2006 Nebraska State Quarter. At first glance, it's just another coin from the 50 State Quarters program. But take a closer look. This piece of metal holds history, artistry, and for a lucky few collectors, a massive payday. If you love coins or even just the thrill of a good treasure hunt, keep listening. This one's for you. Released by the U.S. Mint in 2006, the Nebraska Quarter is part of a beloved and ambitious series that honored every U.S. state with a unique design. Nebraska's coin showcases a moment of pure Americana. On it, you'll see an image that instantly evokes the spirit of the frontier, a covered wagon traveling west across the vast plains, led by oxen, with Chimney Rock, a towering natural spire, rising dramatically in the background. This scene is more than just artwork. It's a symbol of courage, exploration, and the relentless pursuit of the American dream. But while millions of Nebraska quarters were minted, not all of them are created equal. Hidden among the common ones are a few extremely rare versions that have sent collectors into a frenzy. Why? Because of minting errors and unusual features that turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary prize point. One of the most famous errors found on the 2006 Nebraska quarter is the double die reverse. Imagine looking at the wagon wheels or the rays behind Chimney Rock and seeing them duplicated slightly, like a shadow or ghost image etched into the metal. That's a double die caused during the minting process when the die that strikes the coin gets misaligned or shifted. It's a mistake, Yes, but in the world of collecting, mistakes like this are golden. Another highly sought-after error is the off-center strike. Normally, a coin's design is perfectly centered. But if something goes wrong during production, the design can be pushed to one side, leaving part of the image or text cut off. These off-center coins can range from mildly misaligned to dramatically off, and the more extreme the shift, the more valuable the coin can become, especially when paired with good condition. Now, let's talk about the missing clad layer error. This one's wild. Quarters are made with a copper core and a shiny nickel-clad outer layer. But occasionally, a coin is struck with one layer missing. The result is a quarter with a dull, coppery surface that looks completely out of place. And that's exactly why collectors love it. It's a visual oddity that's immediately recognizable and rare. And of course, condition matters a lot. A coin with one of these errors might still be worth something even if it's worn. But when it's in mint state, we're talking flawless, uncirculated condition, it becomes a showpiece. Coins graded MS-65, MS-66, or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are the cream of the crop. They have sharp details, brilliant luster, and no sign of wear. When a rare error coin is found in this condition, its value skyrockets. But rarity and condition aren't the only things that make the Nebraska quarter so captivating. It's also the story behind it, a story rooted in American heritage. Nebraska played a crucial role in westward expansion, and Chimney Rock was a landmark that guided thousands of pioneers. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of that journey in your hand. It connects us to the past in a way that few other everyday objects can. Own next time you're looking through your change or sorting through an old coin collection, pay close attention. Look for doubling. Check the centering. Notice any unusual coloring or texture. Because if you're lucky enough to find one of these Nebraska state quarters with the right error and in the right condition, you could be holding something truly special. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, what is this coin actually worth? Well, one specific 2006 Nebraska state quarter, featuring a rare error and preserved in exceptional mint state condition, was sold to an eager collector for a stunning $74,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $74,000 for one single quarter. That's the magic of numismatics. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, passion, history, and the thrill of finding something incredible where no one else thought to look. So coin lovers, collectors, and curious minds, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. You never know which coin might be the next hidden treasure. Top 4, we're diving deep into one of the most captivating coins in this collection, the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter. Now, let's start with what makes this coin so special, even before we talk about the money. This quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which celebrated national parks and historic landmarks across the United States. And Harper's Ferry, located in West Virginia, isn't just beautiful, it's packed with rich, dramatic history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a detailed design of John Brown's fort, the building that became iconic during the abolitionist raid that helped ignite the American Civil War. It's more than metal. It's a symbol of resistance, struggle, and a turning point in American history. But as any seasoned collector knows, the story doesn't stop at the design. Sometimes, it's the imperfections that bring out the true value. And that's exactly the case with this 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter. Let's talk about minting errors, the rare mistakes that turn ordinary coins into collector's gold. One of the most talked about errors on this quarter is the die clash error. A die clash happens when the two metal dies that stamp the coin actually hit each other without a planchet in between, leaving ghost-like impressions of one side of the coin on the other. It's eerie, it's unusual, and most importantly, it's rare. Some Harper's Ferry quarters show faint outlines of features that simply shouldn't be there, and that alone can drive their value way beyond what you'd expect. Another notable error is the off-center strike, where the design is slightly, or in some cases, dramatically, shifted away from the center. This occurs when the coin isn't perfectly aligned during the striking process. An off-center Harper's Ferry quarter with a clear date and readable design can be a prized possession in any collection. Then there's the double die error, a favorite among collectors. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slightly misaligned dies, creating a doubling effect on letters or features. With the Harper's Ferry quarter, if you look closely at the inscriptions like E Pluribus Unum or Harper's Ferry, you might see signs of this rare doubling. something that drastically increases collector interest and value. Let's not forget about struck-through errors, where a foreign object like grease or debris interferes during minting, leaving strange textures or missing design details. These errors are eye-catching and unique, making each flawed coin a one-of-kind artifact. Now here's where it gets really exciting: the condition of the coin. Even if you have a coin with a rare error, its value skyrockets when it's in top condition, what collectors call mint state. These are coins that have never been in circulation, showing no signs of wear and maintaining their original luster. The higher the grading, MS65, MS67, or higher, the more desirable it becomes. Imagine finding a Harper's Ferry quarter with a mint error in nearly perfect condition. That's the kind of discovery that sparks bidding wars at auctions and has collectors holding their breath. But beyond the errors and the value, there's something else about this coin that captivates collectors: the story it tells. Harper's Ferry isn't just a scenic location. It's a place where the tides of American history shifted. To hold this coin is to hold a piece of that story. It's more than a collector's item. It's a tribute to bold ideas and the power of resistance. The next time you find yourself flipping through your spare change, don't overlook that 2016 quarter. Look closely. Study the details. Check the alignment, the lettering, the texture. Because hidden in plain sight, there may be a Harper's Ferry quarter that isn't just a coin. It's a gateway to something rare and extraordinary. And for the lucky few who found the right coin, with the right error, in pristine condition, that 25-cent piece has been known to fetch an incredible $71,000. Yes, you heard that right, 71,000 US dollars. For a single coin, that's the magic of numismatics. It's not just about collecting coins. It's about discovering stories, chasing mysteries, and sometimes uncovering real treasure. Keep your eyes sharp and your curiosity alive. Because the next time you check your change, you might just find something priceless. Top 5, we're taking a journey into the world of a coin that's far more than just 25 cents. We're talking about a piece of numismatic history, the 2002 Ohio State Quarter, a coin that has turned heads, caught the eyes of serious collectors, and in some special cases, become shockingly valuable. Let's begin with the design, because every great coin starts with a story. Released in 2002 as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, the Ohio Quarter celebrates the state's rich legacy in flight and invention. On the reverse side, you'll find an astronaut floating in space and a vintage aircraft, the Wright Flyer, honoring Ohio as the birthplace of aviation pioneers Orville and Wilbur Wright. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without a nod to John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth, who also hailed from the Buckeye State. The quarter reads, "Birthplace of aviation pioneers," and it's not just a catchy phrase, it's history in your hands. But while every 2002 Ohio quarter tells that story, only a select few are truly rare and highly valuable. What makes some of these coins stand out above the rest? It all comes down to errors, those accidental imperfections created during the minting process that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. One of the most intriguing and valuable errors found on the Ohio quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts between impressions, creating a doubling effect. You might see this on the word Ohio or around the date 2002. The lettering may look blurry or appear to have a shadow, but that's not poor craftsmanship. It's a collector's dream. These doubling errors are extremely rare and often go unnoticed, which makes them all the more valuable when discovered. Then there's the off-center strike, another standout minting error that can make a coin exceptionally valuable. This happens when the coin blank, called a planchet, is not properly centered between the dies. The result? A coin with part of the design missing or pushed to one side. For error enthusiasts, an off-center Ohio quarter with a clear date and major visible design shift is the kind of find that could bring in serious money. You also have die cracks and cuts, where the metal in the die breaks or chips, leaving raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. Some Ohio quarters have been found with dramatic die cracks running across the design. These aren't flaws. They're collectible features that make each coin unique. Another rare anomaly is the struck-through error, where a foreign object, like a piece of cloth, string, or grease, gets between the die and the coin blank during minting. The result is a strange texture or pattern embedded right into the coin's surface. Imagine owning a coin that has its own fingerprint of history, but we can't talk about value without mentioning grade and condition. The highest valued coins are those that are in mint state, untouched by circulation, still glowing with the original luster straight from the mint. Even a rare error isn't worth much if the coin is scratched, dinged, or worn. Collectors look for sharp details, flawless surfaces, and vibrant shine. An MS-66 or higher Ohio quarter with a major error. That's the kind of coin that can set auction rooms buzzing. Let's not forget the historical weight this coin carries. The state of Ohio played a key role in America's journey into the skies and beyond. From Kitty Hawk to outer space, Ohioans have pushed the boundaries of possibility, and this coin is a tiny tribute to that pioneering spirit. When you hold it in your hand, you're not just looking at currency. You're holding a piece of human achievement that is, oh, now you might be asking, how much could one of these rare 2002 Ohio quarters really be worth? Well, for the right coin, with the right error, in the right condition, the value has soared in the world of numismatic collecting. And believe it or not, one of these quarters has been known to reach a staggering $68,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. 68,000 US dollars for a 25-cent piece that most people would never look at twice. That is, oh, the next time you find yourself with a handful of change, don't just toss it into a jar. Take a closer look. Examine each detail, because hiding in plain sight, you might just find a little piece of metal with a big story and an even bigger value. Thanks for watching, coin lovers. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed the journey into Ohio's rare quarter, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Happy hunting, and may your next coin be a treasure.